The Cork door, the Cork door. Who's behind that Cork door? The Cork door. Greetings, traveller, and welcome back to Lewis Eady down here at 75 Great South Road in Epsom, Auckland. That's in the 09. What have I been up to? I've been dreaming of cats. 2 nights in a row. Before I've gone to bed, I've looked up kitties on Trade Me. Give it a couple of weeks, and then we'll be in mating season, and I'll have my wish. Aside from that, we've been down here salivating over lovely acoustic instruments, acoustic accoutrement, and having a grand old time. But we're not here to talk about that today. We are here to have a Behind the Cork Door, which is a little segment I do every once in a while. You might meet somebody you've never met before, you might have a little insight into somebody that you do know, but generally we just talk about an instrument that they've brought in to show us. We've got a lovely looking bass guitar here today. We've had acoustic guitars, but today we have a bass. Listen to that, that thing's live. Should we find out who this belongs to? So who do we have behind the Cork door today? Criminy! It's Lawrence Arabia. How are you, sir? Good. Welcome to Lewis Eady. Hope you found the drive okay. It wasn't too criminal at this hour.
Traffic was a little tough at this hour, but the good customer parking out front. So.
Oh, cool. Good. So, what have you brought along to show us today?
This is a 1962 Hagstrom.
Oh, it's a Hagstrom.
Yeah.
Swedish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. Where did you get it? Did you get it in Sweden, or did you pick it up here in Auckland, or?
No, I got it. I was living in London about 10 years ago. And I got it off eBay.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I
pick it up?
Yeah. Do you mind if I just? Whoa! Oh gee.
It cost £100 or something.
£100. So it's
It's
Is this a pickup?
No, it's space age.
It's
design.
space age.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a funky donk machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you play this live and everything like that?
Yeah. Whenever I play bass. I mean, it's the only bass guitar I own, so if I'm playing bass, I have to play
the tricks of the trade, people. The old, I've got this on my classical guitar because it doesn't have any markings on it either. So it's, So, did you just see it on eBay and think, did you buy it on a whim? Like, did you like the look of it? Because it's dangerous. Just going out there and buying a guitar on eBay, you can get something that sucks.
Yeah, you can. And I mean, I think, well, for one, it was cheap.
Yeah.
I wanted a 60s, like a kind of plunky 60s sounding bass.
Yeah.
And I needed a bass to record because I was in the process of recording my album Chant Darling at the time.
Yeah. Oh, so this goes back to then, which is like
so it was 2007 when I bought
Yep.
that. Yeah. I mean, it was basically, I liked 60s instruments. I needed something cheap, and it was available. So, I didn't. When I got it, the intonation was pretty shot.
Right. Has somebody worked on it since then?
Yeah. Mr.
Glenn
has had a look at it and like done lots of stuff like this. The wiring on the pickup was all uncoiled and.
Oh, so he's taken it out and
he's rewound that pickup there and
radical.
And he's put some insulation inside it because it's
because
of the single coils, it picks up a lot of interference.
It's actually quite a thin guitar. We'll just kind of turn it around that way. It's like a thin piece of wood with some perspex on it. Yeah,
and the other thing is it used to have it's really thin. The other thing is before I got it, and when it originally was made, it used to have red vinyl on the back. So where this kind of this horrible looking wood is, it used to be bright red vinyl.
Right.
And you can kind of see that around there.
Oh,
but it would have got torn by a belt buckle.
Bit of buckle rash.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing wrong with a bit of buckle rash. So England, you got it in England.
Yeah.
Any horror stories? Have you've ever dropped it or left it at the airport or
there was one
anything like that?
My only horror story is this here, and I mean maybe that was already a bit like that, but my bass player at the time was using it, Dave Fraser, and he had to walk from his house in Hackney to my house in Shoreditch, and he had like a
oh shit, it's D-Land.
Yeah,
oh
yeah, he
right.
had a soft case.
Yeah.
But that was only for a 6-string guitar, so it wasn't actually long enough to cover.
Oh, so it was poking out the end.
So I was poking out the end, and it started raining, and so my bass got.
Oh,
but
dirty Dave Fraser.
I'm not 100% sure if it actually caused that, but it was a bit of a like, oh, I'm really sorry, this just happened.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. But,
it's such a cool looking bass, man. I mean, you'd automatically put it on and feel a lot cooler, and therefore get into the groove. Boy, you've got to prove your love to me.
Yeah, I mean it's really light. It's medium scale, and it's just you can. You haven't
got your hand all the way out.
Yeah,
like
and it's not heavy. You can actually feel. I mean, I'm a guitarist.
Yep.
I'm a native guitarist, so it feels more comfortable to me in terms of weight. I mean, it's lighter than a lot of guitars.
Yeah. And you've got your regular bass strings on there. Have you ever tried anything like flat wound strings?
Yeah, I bought some flat wound strings, but I've always liked the sound of round wounds on it, and I just
automatically, when you put flat wounds on a bass, you know whether it's your thing or not.
Yeah, I mean, I really like flat wounds, but I feel like because of the way the pickups work on this, I just actually like the extra bite that round wounds have.
And I've seen you play a bunch and play bass, and you do a lot of like palm muting, like that kind of McCartney kind of thing, right? So you're already kind of dampening the sound quite a bit already.
It's almost like I'm trying to get a flat wound sound, but because I always palm mute habitually, and because it's it doesn't have much sustain. It actually almost needs all the help it can get.
Right. Grind it up.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And so recently, you were part of recording Neil Finn's new album. Is it Out of Silence?
Yeah.
So that's a great name for the album. Obviously that's where the sound came from. Did you play this bass at all? Because that was like not only were you like recording the album over one night, but there were a few sort of previous nights where you were involved with, I guess, getting the vibe ready for recording the album. Did you play this bass during that?
Yeah, I did on the third night. Neil is a real sucker for punishment, so he basically chosen to do this very ambitious thing, and then in the middle of it, 3 weeks in, he got a never before tested band to learn 15 songs that he hadn't played for 40 years.
Right.
Some of them hadn't been played since 1977 or something.
Right. Wow.
And then we had to rehearse a whole set of songs, and I played bass and used that.
Man, so baptism by fire.
Yeah.
You went with your trusty rig that you knew back to front.
Yeah, and it worked really well. It was really great to be able to use.
Were you when you weren't like rehearsing, like with Neil and the band, were you at home like just making sure that you knew what was what?
Well, I mean, I only had a couple of days to do it really, because it was all, the rest of the time I'd been rehearsing all these vocal parts because I was part of this choir. There's 12 of us in the choir, and we were doing, that was the thing that was my job really. So this was just a fun diversion on some level, but it was also extremely high pressure.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was great and
radical. Yeah. So you're actually, the album's out now, and the voices that you hear on that and the takes that you hear on that were all takes that you guys got when you recorded live on the internet.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I think there's a little bits and pieces here and there.
Were you guys nervous? Like,
it was pretty. I mean, we've been singing a lot, so I don't think there were times when it was nervous, but because we've been doing it for 4 weeks, various different formats.
You'd had some practice exams.
Yeah.
And then you got down to the nitty gritty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
radical.
The format had been tested and the process had been tested, but the pressure on the last night was pretty full on. It got kind of just it was pressure. You know, it was a lot of pressure.
You were on your game.
Yeah,
you
big time.
You guys pulled it out. I
Yeah.
watched, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience.
So what are you working on now? Like, what's coming up for Lawrence Arabia? I mean, obviously, Lawrence is coming to play at our Guitarnival, which is on October the 6th to the 7th. So we're really stoked to have you come down and play here in our piano showroom. We're going to push all the pianos back. We're going to get some mood lighting, and it's going to be you. We're not going to make you only play guitar, though. It is Guitarnival, but if you want to play the piano, we'd love for you to play the piano.
It's going to be hard to resist.
Yeah, it's
playing
beautiful.
piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got that show coming up on the 6th. Are you working on any new music, or you're with anybody? You know, you've got your podcast with Jermaine Clement. Are you doing that, or are you doing?
Not working on that.
No?
At all. That's all kind of done, I think, for the time being at least. And
Yep.
I've been writing songs. I've been doing the odd solo show, which has been
Yep.
really fun. I've just been in Wellington doing that, and I'm going to Dunedin next week and
Yeah.
And yeah, often I'm quite reluctant to do them, and then as soon as I find myself doing them, I realise they're really fun.
Good.
So
good.
I'm in the mode of like wanting to do them now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What about Fabulous Arabia with Mike Fabulous from the Black Seeds? Is that on the cooker? Or
Yeah. We just had a weekend of working on some new music.
Yeah, rad.
And we just got funded for a song. So
Awesome.
we're working on on some new songs for that, which would be really
Yeah.
enjoyable as well.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, James, Lawrence Arabia, thanks for stopping by.
Edward.
I think we've covered all the bases. Can you just maybe just demo a little bit of what you do? I was going to get you a pick, wasn't I?
Yeah, I love
Excuse
a
me, viewers. Here we go. Here's a pick. Is this something in particular? Is this a tune that you've written, or is this?
No, I mean
just a lick.
It's quite hard to. It's a bit exposed doing it.
Yeah.
You can kind of get the plunkiness of the bass, but I was just going to play the maybe the bass line from Another Century, which is
That's on your last album, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't played this for
since I recorded it.
Since I recorded it, because I've got a bass player in my band, so I think it's something like.
Oh, it's really wonky. It's great.
That wasn't it. But yeah, you can just hear it. It has very little, and palm muting.
Yeah.
And stuff, so that's, it's really great recording bass. It's quite noisy. It's the sort of bass that you have to move around.
Oh,
the
to
room.
get away from the lights or the amp
Yeah, but it's just it sits out in a recording really beautifully, and it's
it's a beautiful.
It's my weird little thing. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, James. Thanks for coming by, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah. See you soon, guys. The Cork door, the Cork door.